What's up YouTube, Jeff back again from dopetechdaily.com, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the Netgear Orbi Voice Wi-Fi mesh network and Alexa smart speaker all-in-one system. Huge shout out to Netgear, who's actually sponsoring the video, sent this out for review. I'm really excited to try this, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox it, show you guys what's inside. Then I'm going to use this guy for 48 hours and report on some of my experiences with the speed, how the Alexa integration works, parental controls, all of that kind of cool stuff. So just to show you some of the things that come in the box here, this is what you're going to get. You get the actual router itself, and then you get the satellite, which is the Orbi Voice. The Orbi Voice is right here. The Orbi Voice can actually be bought standalone. So if you already have an Orbi router, you'll be able to add this on for an additional cost. This is the one that has everything sort of all in one box. So you get the router as well as the Orbi Voice. You can see back here some of the features that you get. Less buffering through Z zones, the built-in Alexa voice assistant, audio by Harman Kardon, fast lane technology, one Wi-Fi name and smart roaming, and Circle, of course, which is Circle by Disney. That is the parental controls you can see there at the bottom. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. I'm going to run it for 48 hours, come back, show you guys some of the app integration, and then we'll run through some of the Alexa integration and test this out and see how it's working. Alright YouTube, I went ahead and took everything out of the box. Just wanted to show you guys what's in here before I do set it up. It's all very nicely labeled. It's probably going to be very easy to set up because of how easily it was labeled in the box. Here you have the router itself, which you see comes with the network name and also the sort of default password. Of course, I'm going to change that when I set it up. You can see on the back here, you got your Ethernet ports there, USB 2.0, power port, of course, and of course the place to put your actual modem for the internet. So that's the router itself, pretty nice looking. And then here, of course, is the satellite, which is also nicely labeled. You can see this has kind of got a nice fabric look to it, kind of like a Google Home look to it overall. On the bottom, you can see it is labeled audio by Harman Kardon, which is nice. Got the nice speaker setup here at the bottom. On the back here, of course, you do have a couple of Ethernet ports on here as well. You do have the power port and, of course, that sync button as well here on the bottom. So like I said, I am going to put the Harman Kardon satellite up here in my office so I can try to get some better reception for my Wi-Fi. You also have, of course, the AC adapters for both. This is the one for the satellite. This is the one for the router, which is nicely labeled again, so that's really easy to set up. And then you, of course, have an Ethernet cable in case you need it, and also your quick start guides right here. So I am going to be comparing this to Google Wi-Fi speeds because I do have Google Wi-Fi right now. I'm going to be switching over to the Netgear Orbi, doing quite a few speed comparisons. So I'm going to run this for 48 hours, do quite a few comparisons, come back and show you guys what I found for my Google Wi-Fi versus the Netgear Orbi. We're back, and I've used the Orbi Voice Mesh Wi-Fi system now for 48 hours. I want to give you guys some feedback on not only the router portions of this, which is the speed test, the ease of the setup, but also the satellite here, which I have up in my office here where I shoot my YouTube videos. Now, my office is about, I don't know, it's 2-floor house, and I've got a 2,200 square feet. It's the furthest point away from my main router. Put the main router on the first floor in the living room. So this is really far away, so I want to see if the satellite really helps me with my reception. We'll talk about that in a second, and we'll also do some audio tests. So first, let me talk about the ease of the setup. You're going to need the Orbi app, which you can download from the Play Store. Of course, if you've got an iPhone, you can also get it from the App Store. Once you have the Orbi app, you will scan a QR code that's on the bottom of your router. It's very easy. It walks you through all of the setup processes. It took me about 15 minutes tops, even if you don't have any technical knowledge. Once you get the app, you can do a lot of things in here. You can, of course, see your network there itself. You can change things like the Wi-Fi settings, your network name, password. You can view a device list, which shows you all of your devices. I've got 30 devices in here, so sometimes it takes a while for the devices to populate. You can set up guest Wi-Fi and parental controls, which I'll talk more about in a second. If you tap up here on the network, you can go in and actually change some settings on the satellite, some things that are pretty useful overall. One of those things being the controls for the audio equalizer. You can do classical, jazz, custom, rock, and R&B. You can also get the details on your satellite, change the name, put your Amazon account on there. That way you can use Alexa. You'll need to download the Alexa app for that. You can also link your Spotify account to play some tunes, which I'll show you guys some of the audio quality in a bit. It is quite good. I've been very impressed with the audio quality overall. So this is the Orbi app itself in a nutshell. Quite a few things you can do in here, but definitely want to get the Alexa app so you can get the Alexa integration going. So next I want to talk about some speed tests because of course this is a router first and foremost. So in terms of the speed test, I did have Google Wi-Fi set up in my home before I installed the Orbi Voice, so I wanted to talk about how to compare those two. Well, this is my Google Wi-Fi running here in my office. I did a quick speed test on speedtest.net, which is a third party just to be impartial. You can see 184 down. I'm supposed to have Gigablast internet through Cox, even though I've never seen those top speeds up here in the corner of the house. But you can see after I installed the Orbi Voice, I ran a couple more speed tests here in my office. 323, 294, and then down here, 432. So some pretty high impressive averages here from the Orbi Voice. I did quite a few over various time right after I installed it, just to make sure, you know, that I actually was getting the results that I thought, and that it is better than Google Wi-Fi. It certainly seems that the range that you can get with higher quality speeds is higher on the Orbi Voice, which is something that everyone's looking for with a mesh Wi-Fi router. Now, I don't have a huge house. Mine's only about 2,200 square feet. But if you have an even bigger house, I would definitely recommend the Orbi Voice over the Google Wi-Fi system for that reason, these speed tests here being a really big factor in that purchasing decision. All right, so next, let's go ahead and take a look at what the Amazon integration can do with the Orbi satellite. It's got the Harman Kardon audio. So I did set up my smart lighting and everything like that to integrate. So you can say something like, Alexa, turn on the living room lights.
Okay.
And of course, you'll go ahead and turn on the lights. You can also play your favorite playlists from Spotify. So let's go ahead and test out the audio quality. Alexa, play non-copyrighted music from Spotify.
Non-copyright metal from Spotify.
Alexa, set the volume to 5. Alexa, stop. So you can see overall the satellite is quite responsive to voice commands. It also gets quite loud. I don't want to turn it up all the way because it's going to just blast you guys out. It does get a little muddy in the highs when you turn it all the way up, a little distorted, but all the way up to say 7 out of 10 on the volume, it's pretty good. It does respond to all the Alexa commands. I've been able to integrate my August smart lock, pretty much everything else that I've wanted so far. Works basically just like an Amazon Echo, and the sound quality is definitely much better. I also think it looks better than an Amazon Echo. It kind of fits in with the Google Home aesthetic because it's got the fabric and it does have the Harman Kardon logo. So I'm a big fan of the appearance as well. It can definitely blend in with your home decor, which is one thing I really like about the satellite. The final thing I want to mention are the parental controls. The parental controls are through the Circle Home app, which is also in collaboration with Disney. Now, I don't have any kids, but if you do, this is a great way to regulate their internet habits. I set up an account for myself just so you guys can see how it works. It'll basically let you filter any devices that your kids use. So I added my Huawei Mate 20 Pro here. You can filter them by pre-K, kid, teen, adult, and none. And you can basically get rid of things. So if you don't want your kids, for instance, on the teen filter, I went in here and I can change Snapchat to not be allowed for the teen filter. If you don't want your kids using Snapchat, then you can make sure they don't. And I did test this to make sure it actually works, and it does. If you go to an app or a website that's not allowed, then it will tell you that you've been filtered by Circle, and it won't allow you to access the app. You can also view full history of all the websites visited by particular devices right there as well. And there are also some premium features you can subscribe to for $4.99 a month, where you get usage time, time limits, bedtime, pausing usage, rewards, and all this other really cool stuff. So if you're a parent, this is probably a really good selling point as well for the Orbi Voice. Again, I don't have any kids yet, but it does look like it's very effective, and it actually does work. Anyway, guys, that is my review of the Orbi Voice mesh Wi-Fi system. The Alexa integration is very good, as you guys can see it lighting up right there as I said the word. I've been very impressed with the audio quality as well as the smart home integration. I'm definitely going to stick with this over my Google Wi-Fi now. I'm not going back. This thing is definitely higher quality in terms of router, in terms of speed and reach. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon so I can make future videos like this. Find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram and Twitter. The link's in the description. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.